In a magical forest not far from where you live, there's a place called Twilight Hollow, a valley known for its mysterious midnight lanterns. Each night, the lanterns float gently through the trees, glowing softly to light up secret paths that lead to hidden wonders. But something strange has happened. Lately, the lanterns have been dimming, and the creatures of the hollow are worried. Without the lanterns, the magic of Twilight Hollow could be lost forever. One evening, as the sun began to set and the skies turned purple, Fiona the Fox, Benny the Bear, and Lulu the Rabbit made their way into Twilight Hollow. The tall trees swayed in the breeze, their purple leaves glowing faintly in the fading light. Fiona, worriedly, "These lanterns don't seem as bright as I remember." Benny, frowning, "They're barely glowing. What if they go out completely?" Lulu, cheerfully, "Let's follow them. I bet they're trying to show us something important." And so, with the lanterns guiding their way, the three friends ventured deeper into the hollow. They were determined to find the source of the fading light and bring the magic back to the forest. As the night grew darker, the midnight lanterns floated lower and lower, their soft glow lighting up a winding path through the trees. But something wasn't right. The lanterns began to flicker, as if they might go out at any moment. Fiona, determined, "We have to keep going. We're close to finding the answer." Benny, nervously, "I hope we find it before the lights go out." With each step, the forest grew darker, and strange shadows danced between the trees. But Fiona, Benny, and Lulu pressed on, following the dimming lanterns, until they reached a hidden clearing. In the clearing stood a grand old oak tree, its branches heavy with glowing lanterns that flickered softly in the night. At the base of the tree sat Eldra, a wise old owl with deep violet feathers and glowing eyes. She watched over the lanterns, looking sad and tired. Eldra, softly, "You've come just in time. The magic of Twilight Hollow is fading. The midnight lanterns have lost their light because the heart of the hollow, the moonstone, has gone missing." Fiona, surprised, "The moonstone?" Eldra, sadly, "Yes, the moonstone is the source of all the magic here. Without it, the lanterns will go dark and the hollow will be lost." Benny, frowning, "How did it disappear?" Eldra, seriously, "The shadow sprites took it. They're mischievous creatures who live in the darkest part of the forest, Shadow Grove. They've hidden the moonstone, and no light can reach them." Lulu, hopping with excitement, "Then we'll just have to get it back." And so the friends set off, following a faintly glowing lantern into the dark and eerie part of the forest known as Shadow Grove. The trees were twisted, and the air was cold. Shadows seemed to move on their own, and strange whispers filled the air. Benny, shivering, "I really don't like this place." Fiona, determined, "Don't worry, we're close. We just have to keep going." Suddenly, the last lantern flickered and went out, plunging the friends into darkness. For a moment, they were frozen in place. Then Lulu spotted something glowing softly on the ground. Tiny, glowing mushrooms lit up the base of a tree. Lulu, grinning, "Look, these little mushrooms will help us find our way." With the glowing mushrooms to guide them, the trio made their way deeper into the grove until they reached a small cave where the shadow sprites had hidden the moonstone. Inside the cave, the shadow sprites were playing with the moonstone, their tiny eyes gleaming mischievously as they tossed the glowing stone between them. The shadows on the walls danced wildly as they laughed. Fiona, softly, "Please, we need the moonstone to bring back the light to Twilight Hollow. Will you let us have it?" The sprites stopped and stared at Fiona, their eyes glowing brightly. One sprite floated forward, clutching the moonstone tightly. Fiona realized the sprites didn't understand the harm they were causing. Fiona, kindly, "If the moonstone stays here, the forest will lose its magic. But if you give it back, the lanterns will glow again, and you'll have light to play in every night." The sprites huddled together, whispering. After a moment, they floated back toward Fiona and handed her the moonstone. The stone glowed brighter, and the shadows in the cave retreated. Back at the glowing oak tree, Fiona placed the moonstone into the pool at the base of the tree. Instantly, the midnight lanterns burst back to life, their soft light filling the forest once more. Eldra, proudly, you have restored the magic of Twilight Hollow. The lanterns will shine brightly again, thanks to your courage and kindness. Benny, relieved. I guess the shadows weren't so bad after all. Lulu, playfully. I told you this would be fun. Fiona, grinning. Together we can solve any mystery. The midnight lanterns floated through the trees, lighting up the hidden paths once again, and as the trio set off for their next adventure, they knew that the magic of Twilight Hollow would always shine bright. In this story, Fiona, Benny, and Lulu show us that even in the darkest places, light can be found if we work together and show kindness. By understanding others, even mischievous sprites, we can make the world a brighter, better place.